you're looking to get a flash modulator for your tail lights on your Goldwing that works with the factory harness, all plug and play, Goldstrike has the answer. This is our new tail light flash module. Now, it's very easy to install. I'll show you how to do it here in just a second. It's app controlled, so you can make it do various different things. We'll go into that in a minute, but first let's get this put on. We're going to take the seat right off and get right to it. Get this out of the way. We do have a video on everything you need to know about removing your seat. A lot of people already know how to do it, so we said let's just do a separate video for that. So there's a link below in the description that tells you everything you need to know about removing the seat. So I'm just going to get this out of the way and we'll get to it. All right, with the seat off, now we're going to get our harness positioned where we want it. But first we're going to unplug the factory connectors, and that's these two right here. Now if you'll notice, these are pretty solidly in there. They don't move. It's very easy. If you reach underneath, there's a little tab. Hear that click? It's just a small tab right here. If you lift up on that, it releases this and slides it forward. So do that on both sides. And if you do that first, you'll swear at yourself a lot less later. So now we're going to just unplug these by pushing that down right there, pulling it apart. And we're going to tuck that one in the back a little bit just to get it out of the way. Same on this side. Just tuck that back down just to get it out of the way a little bit. Now, we're going to take our module here and we're going to place it down next to the fuel tank, and we're going to feed the leads up underneath this bar. It's important to go underneath this bar. Just kind of wiggle them through, and you'll see there'll be a right and a left side. Make sure you get those situated correctly. All right. Now what we're trying to do is we're trying to get this module to kind of sit right down in here between this section right here, between the frame and these little tabs, and that'll keep it out of the way. Next, you want to run the left side. We're going to do the left side first. If you can keep it behind this tab right here that's on the fender, this is going to be the best bet for you. And then we're just going to plug that right in line, just like so. And then tuck this down. Now there's a little tab right here. It's this little wall. Make sure everything's on the other side of that wall, because your seat takes up all this space inside of here, so make sure that your wiring stays behind that. And what we'll do is we'll bring this back down and reattach it to our little brace there. And again, just make sure everything's nice and tidy in there. And there you go, your left side's hooked up. Now the right side, we'll do the same thing. Plug that in there, and there. Tuck this back down through that hole. There's a space, and there's plenty of space in the back for this too. So, I'm going to move this wire underneath here, so it's a little happier, and we'll put this right back on its little perch mount. And if you hear that little click, I'll do it one more time so you can hear it. When you hear that little click, you know you got it. There you go. Now that's in solid, that's in solid. It's a nice clean installation. And we'll check and make sure everything works. Yep, everything's working as it should. We've got flashing. So now we're ready to put the seat back on. Now that everything's installed, let me show you how the Lightstrike app works with this controller. First, you're going to just go right into the taillight flash mode button and hit that. This is going to connect to the module. So first thing you're going to notice is there's power on animation. On top it gives you a battery voltage. Right now I've it on a charger, so we've got 13.6, 13.7 volts. Power on animation, that does as the bike starts up. I'll just show you right here. So when it starts up, the bike will flash. And you have a couple of different versions you can do, or you can have it do none of it, and it just turns on conventionally. Now the brake animation, as you see here, it is set on number 1. We have none, which is standard regular brakes. Or if you set the brake mode on number 1, then you have the cooldown time, frequency, and number of flashes. Right now I have it set to 5 flashes, so it'll flash 5 times. And the frequency of that, I can speed it up or slow it down, all depending on what you want. Now the cooldown time, this is kind of neat. So if you squeeze the brake, it'll flash. And if I hit it again really quick, you see it doesn't flash. So this is great if you're running in a group or anything like that. It's a pretty cool feature there because it's not going to be driving everyone crazy that's riding behind you. So anyway, there's number of flashes from 1 to 5. You can do that. It has the cooldown time. Next up is the brake burst mode. So what this does, as you squeeze the brake and hold on to it, after a certain amount of time that you program in, the brakes will start to modulate. And there's a few different versions of that you can do too. So this is one, and then we're going to go to number 2, so you can see what that does. So if you hold the brake, it'll start to flash. And this is kind of a wig-wag thing, which is nice if you're in a parking lot or something like that. And again, you can adjust the frequency, the delay of how long it does that, or how long the brake is on rather, before it does the brake burst mode. And with that, you have full flashing functions. So as you can see, the new taillight flash module from Goldstrike offers a wide variety of options to flash your backlights. And it's very easy to install, simple installation. You're going to enjoy putting it in actually because it's that simple. So with that, thank you for watching. If you need more information about this or any of the Goldstrike items, go to goldstrike3d.com. I'm Ken Madden for Goldstrike, and thanks for watching.